Hello, sports fans. Welcome to RV'ing with Luck. I'm Ralph Luck. So, I'm actually having some hot, steaming, giant cup of coffee, which I don't normally have. Now, in this enjoyable lifestyle, I very rarely have it, but I'm having it because after getting to bed about 12:30 last night, or this morning, if I want to be technical, at 4:15, I got woken up by a dog. Now, I'm in a field with meadows for 200 yards in front of me where I'm pointing out my bedroom window where I'm looking. And I can hear the dog in the distance. Very distinct, it's a dog. I grew born and raised in southern Arizona. I know what coyotes sound like. I hear them out here all the time. I know what elk and cows sound like. Very distinctly a dog. And I thought, oh, he's in the meadow. And clearly the barks were coming from the meadow. And I thought some irresponsible pet owner didn't keep track of their dog and it's gotten out. Now, I knew there was one person to the north of me and one camping, I shouldn't say person, campers to the south of me. And I know quarter mile across the meadow, after you get through the meadow, and another quarter mile, there's options for camping there too. And I thought, well, geez, maybe the dog got lost, wandered through the forest, got into the open meadow, or it belongs to one of these two near me, more likely. Well, it kept barking, and sun comes up about 6:10 a.m. Today. So 4:15, I look out, I could see the stars, everything else is pitch black. I'm not going to see anything unless it gets close enough to put on a motion sensor. So I just lay there, not worrying about it. Not even kidding, the dog continues to bark with no longer than a 30-second gap in between. Sorry, Ninja was meowing to come in. It's time for her breakfast. And she'll finish it, and in 10 minutes, meow to go out. Being a responsible pet owner. So anyway, I just lay there knowing I can't see anything. And then the dog makes it to the side forest road that I'm off of, which is basically a dirt trail, but it is technically a forest road. And that's maybe 30 feet from my bedroom. And I hear it barking nonstop. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. I mean, not even kidding you. I couldn't count 30 seconds between barks. And it was roaming on the road. And after about 30 minutes, I realized the dog's lost. It sees a camper. It probably can't distinguish, especially, the difference between one or another. And it's going to sit here and bark, thinking I might be its owner or I might know its owner. Sure enough, it barks and barks and barks and goes around the RV, keeps on barking. And it's just far enough away, like 25, 30 feet, where it's not sitting off the motion detector lights. And my front door security camera had rain muck on it from that evening's rain, and I couldn't see anything but a blur. So it goes around and around. I'm like, okay, this is not going to end. This dog's not going to stop. And about 5:30. So an hour and 15 minutes later, I could start to see out. I could see the little bit of the grass and enough of the forest road that if the dog comes in front of my bedroom this time, I'll at least be able to see what kind of color and everything it looks like, so that later if somebody comes looking for it, obviously a dog lost that here and it's the only one barking, I'm sure it's it, but Anyway, I could just start to barely see it. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll see it. And then once it gets light, I thought, well, I'll go outside and cautiously scare the dog away. Go on, I'm not your owner, leave. And I say cautiously because you never know, dog comes charging at me thinking killed his owner, or it's a rabid dog, who knows. So it's 5:45, 25 minutes now till sunrise, and I'm able to start seeing. Well, I hear north of me somebody going, hey, Fido, hey, come on, hey, hey. Real lightly, dog stops barking and goes with the owner. And I couldn't see anything, but I could see if he was walking towards me, and he never did. So I'm like, okay. So I go out this morning and I'm thinking, maybe later I'll take a walk to the RV, looked like a big Class A up there, see if that was their dog and how it got out, and ask if it's friendly and things like that. Because remember, there's no bad dogs. It's only bad dog owners. But the RV's gone. So they'd been here for 10, 12 days, and maybe they decided they better move now. I don't know. It is a Saturday, so kind of a weird day to travel. Okay, Ninja's going to sleep on my legs. And I know what some of you may say, well, wait a minute. Bad dog owner, because he let his dog run amok? Yes. And even in the national forest, all pets must be leashed. That even means during the day when you're running around with your friendly dog. Now, I think it's kind of ridiculous if you're in an open meadow and your dog actually listens to you, but I have been hiking on forest roads where dogs run up towards me, pet owners screaming at them, and I've got my hand on my gun thinking, I hope this doesn't bite my arm, but if it does, I'm going to have to put one in its head, because irresponsible dog owner, this dog doesn't listen. And that's kind of dangerous. If a coyote runs by and it goes and chases that one coyote, and there's the rest of the pack, 6 waiting around the corner, or if it goes and chases a skunk and gets sprayed on. I mean, there's so many reasons, if your dog doesn't listen to you, why you absolutely need it on a leash, unless you're right there with it. Now, going back to, I know what you're going to say is, well, Ninja's never on a leash. True. She's never going to run up to somebody and try and greet them. She's never going to run up and attack somebody. She's not dumb enough, like dogs are, to go chase a skunk and get sprayed. And she does stay in close proximity to the RV. So you don't hear a lot of people getting their face mauled off by a stray cat off a leash. But it happens all the time with stray dogs. There's my story. Agree, disagree, please leave me a comment. But the happy ending is the dog didn't have to wander around and maybe die out here or get eaten by somebody or live a lonely life. The owner found it. So it does have a happy ending, and I am happy sincerely about that. Thanks for watching. From Ninja, the martial arts cat, and myself, we bid you adieu. Be positive, be nice, be active.